I've come to realize something that's been eating away at me. I've broken my own heart. Not because of something you did, but because of what I did. I rejected your love, your proposal, and created a mess between us that didn't need to exist. Looking back now, it hurts in ways I can't even put into words. You were so genuine, so kind, so full of love, and yet, I pushed you away. And the most painful part? You never retaliated. You never sought revenge, never lashed out, never tried to make me feel the pain I caused you. You stayed graceful, calm, and kind. Even when I didn't deserve it. And I can't stop asking myself, how? How could you still treat me with such warmth and care after everything I did to you? You could have disrespected me. You could have made it known how badly I hurt you. But you didn't. You held your head high, treated me with dignity, and continued to be the kind, selfless soul you've always been. That kind of love, it's rare. It's the kind that stays with you long after the person is gone. And in my case, it's the kind that haunts me. Because I know I hurt a pure soul. Someone who only ever wanted the best for me. Someone who loved me without conditions, without expectations, and with more sincerity than I had ever known. I wasted so much time fighting my feelings, running from them, chasing things that never truly mattered. I wanted everything to go my way, I wanted control. And in doing so, I lost the one thing that was real. I never allowed things to unfold naturally. I was afraid to surrender, afraid to be vulnerable. But now, I see it clearly. That need for control only brought me suffering. I see how foolish I was, and how blind I had become to something truly beautiful right in front of me. Even though we've gone our separate ways, there's one thing that keeps repeating in my mind like a mantra: your love was the only thing that ever truly healed me. No doctor, no medicine, no distraction can ease the pain I carry inside, but your love once did. It was your healing touch, your soothing words, your gentle presence. That's what gave me peace. That's what reminded me I wasn't alone. You loved me for who I am, not for who I pretended to be. You saw the darkness in me and still chose to stay. You stood by me when I didn't even know how to stand by myself. That kind of love, it's unforgettable. You reminded me that not everyone in this world is selfish. That good people still exist. Kind, selfless, wholehearted people like you still walk this earth. And that alone is enough to make me want to be better. Because how can I forget you? You're imprinted on my soul in a way no one else has ever been. You changed me. You took someone lost and broken and showed them what it means to truly care, to grow, to be more. You turned a player into a man. And I say that with every ounce of humility I have. You made me realize that behind every strong, successful man, there is a woman who believes in him, who pushes him to evolve, not by force, but by being an example of grace, integrity, and love. I never thought anyone could have such an impact on me. But you did. You opened my eyes, my heart, and eventually my soul. What makes your love so powerful is its purity. It's honest. It's real. It's the kind of love that doesn't come with games or manipulation. I fell for you, not because of how you looked, or how you spoke, but because of the way you made me feel. The way you understood me when I couldn't even understand myself. The way you were patient with me, even when I didn't deserve it. The loyalty you showed time and time again warmed parts of my heart I didn't even know were frozen. You may think there are many women out there who carry these same qualities, but no, love. I've seen the world. I've met many people. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, no one matches your vibe. No one holds the same energy, the same light, the same soul that you do. You are truly one of a kind. You are different. You are unique. And more than anything, you know your worth, and that's the most beautiful thing about you. Because your self-worth demands respect. It made me realize I could never approach you like the player I once was. I had to approach you like a man. A man who respects, cherishes, and values you the way you deserve. And I didn't. But I see it now. I see it all clearly, and I just hope that somewhere, in some quiet part of your heart, you know that my regret is real, and my love for you, it never really left. Your partner is currently going through a period of deep reflection and emotional turmoil, overwhelmed with regret regarding a significant decision they made. At the time, they believed they were making a choice that would lead to something better or more fulfilling. Their expectations were shaped by a sense of hope, possibly influenced by external pressures or internal doubts, especially surrounding a situation involving a third party. However, things didn't unfold the way they had imagined. In fact, the reality turned out to be the complete opposite of what they had envisioned, leaving them with a profound sense of disappointment and confusion. They now recognize that their perception was clouded by illusion. What once seemed like an opportunity for growth or happiness now appears to be a serious misjudgment. Your partner wants to express that appearances can be deceiving and that not everything that seems promising from a distance is actually better. The old adage, "the grass is not always greener on the other side," has taken on new and personal meaning for them. They have come to understand that chasing an idealized version of life or love often leads to emotional emptiness, especially when it comes at the cost of something real and sincere. Along with this realization has come a heavy burden of guilt. Your partner feels deep remorse for the pain they may have caused, not just to themselves, but more importantly, to you. They acknowledge that their decision has had a negative impact on your life and your relationship, and that thought weighs heavily on them. This guilt has led them to take deliberate steps to right their wrongs. One of the first actions they've taken is distancing themselves from the third party involved. They've made the firm decision not to communicate with that person anymore, regardless of what their past connection might have been. In some cases, this third party might have been in a committed relationship, possibly even married or engaged, making the situation even more complicated. That person, your partner has come to realize, was manipulative and took advantage of their vulnerability and low self-esteem. In a moment of emotional weakness or self-doubt, your partner may have been drawn in by attention, validation, or the illusion of something new. But they now see that this connection was not genuine, and it was built on manipulation and control rather than mutual respect or love. Despite having a naturally dominant personality and a tendency to take charge in situations, your partner became a target for subtle emotional manipulation. The third party was able to exploit your partner's desire for control by playing mind games and presenting themselves as someone who understood them in ways others didn't. But this psychological hold was short-lived. Once the initial fantasy faded, your partner was left with nothing but confusion and a sense of emotional emptiness. They finally understood that no external connection could ever replace the comfort, loyalty, and unconditional love that you offered. This has been a painful but transformative realization for them. They've come to see you in a completely new light, not because you've changed, but because their perspective has matured. You have been a consistent source of love, inspiration, and emotional safety. Your patience, kindness, and sincerity now stand in stark contrast to what they experienced elsewhere. Your partner sees you as someone truly rare, an embodiment of what love should be. They consider you their ideal partner, someone who loved them even at their most flawed, someone who never tried to manipulate or control but simply cared with a pure heart. Even though your partner often relies on logic and makes decisions with their head rather than their heart, they now understand that such an approach doesn't always serve them well in matters of love. Love, as they now realize, is not something that can be measured, analyzed, or rationalized. It's something that must be felt and nurtured. They never intended to hurt you or diminish the bond you share. In fact, throughout this whole ordeal, their underlying feelings for you have remained unchanged. Their actions, though misguided, were never meant to cause harm. They always had your best interest at heart, even if they failed to act in alignment with that intention. Now, more than ever, your partner wants you to know how sorry they are. They are remorseful not only for the pain they caused but also for not recognizing sooner what they had with you. This experience has taught them a hard but important lesson about love, loyalty, and the cost of impulsive decisions. They are committed to making things right and rebuilding the trust that may have been damaged. They have emotionally detached from the third party and are choosing to focus on healing, both within themselves and within the relationship they have with you. At the core, your partner longs to return to a place of honesty, vulnerability, and genuine connection. They want to move forward not with grand promises but with consistent actions that reflect the depth of their regret and the strength of their love for you. And although they may not have all the answers right now, they are certain of one thing: you are irreplaceable, and your love is the one thing they never should have risked losing.